Hi there, Chris here with another quick tip for you all. In this video we are going to take a look at how Nuln Oil covers on top of other party paint lines. In particular, Scale75, as the question would denote that there happens to be a slight problem whenever the Nuln Oil is being applied on top of Scale75 black metal. This is a really fantastic dark metal color. It's been applied to the Space Marine here using an airbrush, and of course we're going to look at using Nuln Oil in gloss and in standard or just matte variety. And of course we're going to look at regular old Nuln Oil. This is the one that dries with a matte finish, and as you can see I'm going to apply it to the model in a fairly generous fashion here. I'm going to begin basically covering the entirety of the areas, allowing it to reside within the little recesses and the little details and things of that nature. I'm going to work on the leg. I'm going to create a little bit more separation on those knee joints as well as around the little bolts on the thigh and everything, or the shin guard. You can see again we're applying it fairly generously on a model here. Again, this is pretty much how in a typical fashion a lot of people will apply the shade wash to their models. And so as you can see here, I'm just going to do about half of the Space Marine here, as this is really just kind of for demonstration purposes. And you can see here, we're just simply allowing it to reside within the recesses. Going to catch just half there. Again, just to show how it looks when we finish applying it to the model. Now, of course, the question would imply that there's a problem with this sitting on top of a surface. And the only thing I can think of that would result in any kind of wonky kind of finishes is that there was some sort of barrier on the surface. As you can see here, the Nuln Oil sits on top of this surface very evenly, very clean, and that was just one application, as you saw. And you can see how it does dry with a matte finish, and of course it gives you a fairly dull finish. And if that's the kind of look you're after, then this is definitely the Nuln Oil you want to be using. Of course, if you want to maintain that metallic luster, here we're going to use the Nuln Oil in the gloss variety. And again, we're going to apply it in the same general fashion. We're going to apply it fairly generously over the model surface, allowing it to reside within details and nooks and crannies and all that other usual goodness. And of course, I'm applying this again in a typical fashion. I'm applying it right over the entirety of the model surface that we want to cover. And so you can see here we're allowing it to pool up in little areas. We're covering the entirety of a surface. It's going to provide a little bit of a tint to that surface. And of course this black metal is from Scale75. This is darker than Lead Belcher, which is from Citadel. And in my experiences, I've never had any problems with the shade washes other than that occasional time when, you know, the shade washes, they create that bit of fogging on the model. But otherwise, that really wasn't the paint problem. It was other factors that play with the shade wash, and that's something we may look at in another video later on. But as you can see here, we finished applying it to the model surface. Give it some time to dry, and as you can see here, it is dried exactly the way we had expected to. It preserves the lustrous look of the metallics, as well as providing some shading detail in those recesses and everything. You can see it gives us a very different look. So for some of you out there who are wondering about the difference between Nuln Oil Gloss and Nuln Oil, the regular variety, of course you can see the contrast in between the two. But of course that both versions sit on top of Scale75 colors just perfectly fine. There's nothing absolutely wrong with them. And so continue to use these products with each other, as they're all just acrylics. There's no magic to it, but that's it. Well, I hope you found that quick tip useful and informative. You can watch another quick tip today on MiniWarGaming.com's Vault. Just click on the link in the video description below to watch it right now. If you're not already a Vault member, you can sign up for a free 7-day trial. Be sure to sign up for the Silver membership, and that will give you instant access to over 1,000 painting tutorials already in our Vault. And again, thank you for watching, commenting, and subscribing, and happy wargaming.